class, right? If you want to define a class in JavaScript using the class keyword, so let's define a class, right? Let's call this class. Now remember, one thing I made mention in the last class was that whenever you are creating a class, it has to start with first let's have to start with a capital letter, right? And when you're defining methods in that class, it has to be in a camel case, right? So we have dog. No, let's not use that. Tired of using dog. So we have let's say dog me class, right? Me class. So it's very wrong to have something like this. Class is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. This keyword class is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. So it's very, very wrong to define a class with a name class. You could do something like this. At best, avoid having the same, avoid using the same, using the same name to using names that are more similar to reserved keywords when you are writing codes or programming. So I'm going to name this me class, right? So and remember, the next thing that comes after when declaring the class is the constructor function. So this is one important thing when you are declaring a class. The constructor function, right? We use this to initialize our variables. So I'm going to initialize the variable here. You say this dot name. Let's say this dot name equals to Mujib, right? Yeah. So now we are going to define a method. Remember, I told you that a method is also otherwise known as a function. So we are going to define a method using the traditional function, using traditional approach here in this class. So let's define a method. We call this my name, right? You can see this is in camel case, right? In this case you don't have to explicitly state the keyword function, right? This is a method, right? So we have my name, and then let's console.log this dot name, right? So now the next thing we want to do now is we are going to create an instance of this class. Let's use the word instance to create as the variable name. So we're going to say instance equals to new. And if you remember, we talked about the new keyword, right? I believe you remember, right? This is what we use to initialize to create an instance of an object from that class, right? We are trying to instantiate. So new me class, right? Yeah. So now we are going to do something now. We're going to try to call this method, this function here that has been created. This method that has been created by